What if the key to an even deeper connection with your partner lies in sharing your wildest fantasies? Sharing your fantasies with your partner can be terrifying, but it can also change everything. Let's break the taboo and dive into the art of fantasy exploration, where vulnerability meets sizzling passion. And don't worry, I've got a free sex exploration bucket list guide to help you along the way. I'll leave it in the show notes. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already yet. It really helps. It's the year of going big or going home. So why not tackle this bucket list item? Exploring your sexual fantasies with your partner. Think of it as your ticket to intimacy, adventure, and unapologetic pleasure. In today's video, I'm breaking down how to get started and how to have that conversation with your boo without a hitch. And don't forget to grab my free guide for a little inspiration. Okay, what is so cool is that the brain literally is our largest sex organ. It is the ultimate fantasy factory. It can conjure up the wildest, most thrilling scenarios and sparking desire before we even touch. But here's the catch. At the root of every fantasy is an emotional experience. So what does your fantasy make you feel? Maybe you want to feel a little alive, worshipped, or even a little naughty and punished. Or maybe you enjoy the feeling of feeling free or fought over. The emotion behind your fantasy is the key to unlocking creativity in how those needs can be met in and outside of the bedroom. So here are the most common themes that we fantasize about. Number one is power play, domination and submission, where control and surrender is the ultimate turn on. Number two is group or non-monogamous scenarios, the allure of being desired by many. Three is taboo or edgy fantasies. Think breaking rules or gender norms for a thrill. Number four is romantic fantasies. Think being swept off your feet in a romantic whirlwind of passion. But it's not uncommon, and maybe you're thinking this too. What if I feel guilty about my fantasies? And it is okay to feel this way, because it is okay to have fantasies that you never act on. For example, a common fantasy of consensual, non-consensual, or CNC, is not about the act itself, but about surrendering control and feeling deeply desired. And honestly, embracing these thoughts can be really liberating. And when they stay in your mind, practicality really is no concern. If, though, you are curious about exploring them in reality, here is where to start. Baby steps. Ask yourself, what about this fantasy excites me? Or what emotion am I craving? Start there. Explore ways to recreate those feelings. And you can also try it on through an open dialogue and communication with your boo. So when you do talk to your partner about sharing your fantasies, here are three different outcomes. One, they're actually genuinely excited about it. Yay, you're on the same page. Two, they're curious, but they're a little hesitant. This is a great place to start together. Three, they're just not into it at all. And that's okay too. The key throughout all of this is releasing any expectations. Pressure leads to shutdown. Instead, share how exploring these fantasies will make you feel and assure them there's no obligation for them to do it. Invite curiosity. Maybe we can find other ways to create this feeling together. Many don't actually realize this, but sharing your fantasies is a bid for connection. It's vulnerable and it's sacred. And when done right, it can deepen trust. But here's the kicker. You need to prepare. What's super important is to regulate your nervous system, because sharing something personal can trigger anxiety. So ground yourself beforehand and respect boundaries. Learning each other's no will help you both be able to find your authentic yes moments together. Remember, rejection is not a failure. It's an opportunity to connect differently. Two powerful ways that you can start getting the conversation going. Have a fun and light fantasy sharing exercise. Begin by sharing playfully more light, fun fantasies. Or you can listen to erotica together to help spark ideas. This is a great way because it helps stimulate your mind and it allows you to fill in the gaps and really play with your imagination here. Plan an erotic expansion day together. To do this, remove constraints that otherwise would get in the way of your erotic playfulness. Make sure you get a babysitter if you have kids. Plan this time effectively. Put it in your schedule. Plan a whole weekend away just simply to engage in your erotic selves. And adopt a mindset. Something I like to think is yes and, to be able to explore new possibilities and to have a more open mindset. So if it isn't clear yet, sexual fantasies are way more than hot daydreams. They're a roadmap to your desire, emotions, and deeper intimacy. So start slow and remember, it's not about the fantasy itself, but about the feelings and the emotions and connection it inspires. Ready to explore? Download my free sex exploration bucket list with over 100 different activities you two can explore together. And don't forget to subscribe for more steamy insights and tips. Let me know in the comments, what's one fantasy that you've been so curious to explore? No judgments here. This is a safe space. All right, make sure you check out this next video. You are not gonna wanna miss it.